Welcome to Marshmallow and Mochi English Studio. We're so glad you're here in our studio today.
Welcome to Marshmallow and Mochi English Studio. I'm Marshmallow. Today we're embarking on an ambitious immersion session. We aren't just going to list vocabulary, we're going to explore the soul of the English language, those tiny nuances and psychological layers that make a native speaker sound natural. You see, English is a language of vivid imagery. When we speak, we aren't just swapping information, we are painting pictures. Once you understand the pictures behind the words, your fluency will transform from mechanical to organic.
And I'm Mochi. I'm so excited to be your learning partner today. Marshmallow, I've realized that sometimes I say the correct word from the dictionary, but people look at me like I'm a robot. I want to know the real English, the kind that helps me actually connect with people and understand how they feel.
That's exactly what we'll do, Mochi. Listeners, please relax. Don't worry about catching every single syllable. Your brain is a powerful pattern recognition machine. If you're watching on YouTube, remember to turn on auto-translation to follow our deep dive. Let's start with the very first thing we do every day, the transition from the dream world back to reality. We all know wake up and get up, but have you ever heard a native say, "I finally came to"? This is a fascinating expression. Technically, to come to is used in medical contexts, like when someone regains consciousness after being unconscious or recovering from surgery.
Oh wow!
When a native uses it in the morning, they are being slightly humorous and very descriptive. They are suggesting that their sleep was so deep and waking up was so difficult that it felt like recovering from a medical procedure. It paints a picture of that foggy, half-awake state where the world is slowly coming back into focus. It's a soft start rather than a hard alarm clock start. If you say this, you're telling the listener, "I was in a very deep place, and it took effort to find my way back to the world."
Wow! So it's like I'm coming back from another dimension. I love that. It sounds much more dramatic and relatable. Everyone, let's try that. Repeat after me. I woke up at 6, but it took 2 cups of coffee for me to finally come to.
Excellent. Now let's look at the psychology of sleeping in versus oversleeping. This is a crucial distinction in the native mindset. Oversleeping is always an accident. It's a failure of your alarm clock or your willpower. It carries a sense of guilt and stress.
Right.
But sleeping in is a deliberate luxury. It's a choice you make on a Saturday morning to stay in the warmth of your bed because you deserve it. By using sleep in, you are telling the listener, "I am taking care of myself. I am in control of my time." It's a positive, restorative action.
That makes me feel much better about my lazy Sunday mornings. Repeat after me. I'm so exhausted that I'm planning to sleep in until noon this Sunday. I accidentally overslept and missed my morning meeting. I feel terrible.
In many English-speaking cultures, the morning is built around the concept of momentum. We don't just buy things, we grab them. When you say, "I'm going to grab a coffee," the word grab implies that you are busy, active, and your day is already moving forward. But there's a psychological layer here too. Grab is a very casual, intimate word.
I see.
If you say to a colleague, "Let's go buy some coffee," it sounds like a formal business transaction. It feels cold. But "let's grab a coffee" sounds like an invitation to a friendship. It lowers the social barrier. It suggests that the coffee is just a part of the natural flow of your friendship.
I see. So grab actually makes me sound more like a friend and less like a customer. Repeat after me. I'm going to grab a quick latte before the train arrives. Do you want anything?
And then there's the coffee run. This is a deeply cultural concept in offices. A run implies a quick, selfless trip to help the group. It comes from the idea of a messenger or someone doing a quick errand. When you ask, "Anyone want in?" you're using a short, efficient phrase that shows you're a team player. It's about office harmony. You are offering your time to help others stay caffeinated.
Anyone want in? It's so short, but it says so much. Repeat after me. I'm doing a coffee run for the team. Does anyone want in?
Now, let's look at the commute. If you're driving, you might say, "The traffic was heavy," but a native speaker wants to describe the physical feeling of being trapped. That's why we say, it was bumper to bumper. Think about that image. The metal bumper of your car is almost touching the bumper of the car in front of you. There is absolutely no space to move. It's a claustrophobic expression. It's not just a report on the number of cars. It's a complaint about the lack of freedom and the feeling of being stuck in a cage of metal.
That sounds much more stressful than just heavy traffic. It makes me feel the frustration in my chest. Repeat after me. The traffic was bumper to bumper this morning, so I'm a bit stressed out.
And if you're on a train, and it's so full you can't even move your arms to check your phone, we say it's like a can of sardines. This is a very vivid metaphor. Sardines are tiny fish packed into tin cans so tightly that they are literally squashed together. Using this idiom tells the listener, I felt like an object, not a person. My personal space was completely invaded. It's the ultimate way to complain about public transport, because everyone knows exactly how uncomfortable a sardine feels.
I'm a hamster, so I don't like sardines, but I definitely understand that squashed feeling. Repeat after me. The subway was like a can of sardines today. I could barely breathe.
Let's move into the office. When you are very productive, you say you are in the zone. This originally comes from sports, describing that mental state where an athlete feels like the game has slowed down and they can't miss a shot. But there's also the flow state. To be in a flow means your work is like a river. It's moving naturally, effortlessly, and with its own power. When you tell a coworker, I'm in a flow right now, you're saying, my brain is perfectly synchronized with my task. Please don't interrupt me and break the magic.
I love that. Flow sounds so much more peaceful than just saying I'm busy. Repeat after me. I was so in the zone this morning that I didn't even notice it was lunchtime.
But what about the opposite? When the work piles up so high you can't see the top. Natives often say, I'm underwater. This is a powerful, almost scary metaphor for stress. If you are underwater, you can't breathe, your vision is blurry, and the pressure of the water is pushing against you from all sides. You are struggling just to reach the surface for a single breath of air.
Oh wow.
When you tell a colleague, I'm a bit underwater today, you are asking for empathy. You are saying, I am struggling to survive this workload, so please be patient with me.
Underwater. It's like I'm drowning in a sea of emails. Repeat after me. I'm a bit underwater with this new project. Can we move our meeting to tomorrow?
Let's talk about small talk. Many learners think small talk is a waste of time, but in English-speaking cultures, it's social grooming. In the wild, animals groom each other to show they are friends and not enemies. In the human world, we use small talk. One of the best secrets to natural small talk is mirroring.
Right.
If someone says, it's been a long day, don't just say yes. Mirror their emotion to show you are on their side. Say, it really has, hasn't it? Have you been buried in meetings all day? By echoing their feeling and adding a detail, you create a safe space where they feel understood.
So I'm reflecting their feeling back to them like a mirror? That's so deep, Marshmallow.
Exactly. Another tip is the emotional hook. When someone asks about your weekend, don't just list facts like a robot. Add a feeling. Instead of, I went hiking, say, I went hiking because I really needed to clear my head. The phrase clear my head is the hook. It's an image of a cluttered, messy room finally becoming clean and open. It allows the other person to ask, oh, was it a stressful week? And suddenly you are having a real human conversation instead of just exchanging data.
Let's practice these hooks. Repeat after me. I'm a huge fan of cooking because it helps me decompress after a long day.
Decompress. That's a fantastic word. Think of a deep-sea diver coming up to the surface. They have to sit in a chamber to let the pressure out of their body slowly. When we work, we are under high pressure. When we go home, we need to decompress to return to our normal, relaxed selves. If you don't decompress, you might explode.
I've been getting into bouldering lately. It's a great mental puzzle as well as a physical workout.
Around 3:00 p.m., the afternoon slump hits. This is a biological reality for almost everyone. Natives have very descriptive, almost physical ways to say they are tired. One is, I've hit a wall. Imagine you are running a marathon and suddenly your body just stops. You've hit an invisible wall of exhaustion. Another one is, my brain is mush. Mush is soft, shapeless food, like overcooked oatmeal. If your brain is mush, it means you have thought so much and processed so much data that you can no longer form a single clear, solid thought. Your brain has lost its structure.
Mushy brain. That's exactly how I feel after a long grammar lesson. Repeat after me. I've officially hit a wall. I need a massive coffee to finish this report. I've been staring at this screen for 4 hours. My brain is total mush.
And that's when you need a pick-me-up. A pick-me-up isn't just a snack, it's an emotional lift. It picks you up from the floor where your energy has fallen. It could be a favorite song, a piece of chocolate, or a 5-minute chat with a friend. It's anything that gives you a little boost to keep going. When the work is finally done, we say, let's call it a day. This is one of the most important idioms in the business world. It's a decision-making phrase. It doesn't just mean, I'm stopping. It means, we have done enough work for today, and any more work will not be good quality. Let's decide to be finished. It shows a sense of leadership and healthy boundaries.
It's like saying, okay, we did a great job. No more work allowed. Repeat after me. We've made a lot of progress today. Let's call it a day and grab some dinner.
Another professional phrase is to touch base. This comes from baseball, where a player must touch the base to be safe. In business, it means to make a brief, light contact to stay updated. It's much less formal and scary than saying, let's have a meeting. It suggests a quick, friendly check-in just to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Touch base. I feel like a real professional when I say that. Repeat after me. I'll finish this tonight and touch base with you first thing tomorrow morning.
Finally, we go home to unwind. Think of a tightly wound spring. All the stress of the day has turned you into a tight coil. Unwinding is the slow process of that spring becoming loose and relaxed again. But if you are truly, deeply exhausted, you might veg out. This means to relax so deeply that you become like a vegetable. You aren't moving, you aren't thinking, you're just sitting on the sofa watching something mindless. It's a very honest, human way to describe a quiet night at home when you just don't have any energy left for the world.
I am a professional at vegging out on Friday nights. Repeat after me. I'm just going to veg out on the couch and watch some mindless TV tonight.
And when it's finally time for sleep, we say, hit the hay. This is an old idiom from the days when mattresses were filled with hay or straw. It sounds much more natural, warm, and cozy than, I am going to sleep. It signals to the other person that you are ready for a deep, restorative rest. It's a very comfortable way to say goodbye for the night.
I'm exhausted, but in a good way. I think it's time for me to hit the hay. Good night, everyone.
To conclude our session today, Mochi and I will have a long, natural conversation using all the nuances and pictures we discussed. Don't focus on individual words, just listen to the music and the rhythm. Notice how the images we discussed come to life in a real human dialogue.
Marshmallow, you look a bit underwater today. Is everything okay in your neck of the woods?
I am actually. I accidentally overslept this morning, so I felt rushed from the moment I woke up. Then the traffic was bumper to bumper on the highway, so it took me forever to finally come to and start working.
Oh no, that sounds like a rough start. Did you at least get a coffee run in to help you decompress?
I did. I grabbed a latte and that helped me get in the zone for a few hours. I made a lot of progress, but by 3:00 p.m. I hit a wall. My brain was total mush from all the data. I think I just need to call it a day.
I see what you mean. We've all been there. Why don't you go home, veg out for a bit, and we can touch base in the morning?
That sounds like a perfect plan. I'm going to go home, unwind with a hot bath, and then hit the hay early. Let's touch base at 9 tomorrow.
Sounds good. Enjoy your rest, Marshmallow. Bye-bye.
You have successfully completed this intensive immersion session. This was a lot of deep information, but remember, fluency isn't built through memorizing a dictionary. It's built through these aha moments where you understand the feeling and the image behind the word. Your brain is now much more familiar with the true music of English.
My jaw is a little tired, but my heart is full. I feel so much more connected to the language now. Everyone, you did amazing today. Don't forget to listen to this again while you're busy with your day. The more you listen, the more natural these images will become in your own mind.
Small nuances lead to massive results. We'll be back soon with another deep dive into the world of English. Until then, stay curious and keep listening.
Happy practicing. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Take care.